This evening is looking really nice. Look at these beautiful blue skies over New Orleans after we did get that heavy rain over in Jefferson Parish and parts of the West Bank and then kind of edging into New Orleans. But that big cell really kind of fell apart as it moved into the city. So thankfully didn't have a whole lot of issues in the city itself. But we did, of course, have that heavy rain over to the west of New Orleans. Tonight, things are looking a lot quieter. Temperatures really range, of course, just like yesterday, depending on who got the rain. And more recently, north of the lake, we have temperatures right at 90 still along the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain. South of the lake, upper 70s to 80. So not so bad south of the lake where most of the rain was concentrated today, although there were a few spotty downpours north of the lake too. And our feels like temperature only 82 at the Kenner Airport. Today, only 0.02 inches of rain registered there, but Buras had about 0.2 inches. Other spots like toward Baton Rouge, almost an inch. And then thank you to those of you weather observers who have been texting in your rainfall totals. 504-529-4444. You can text us your totals, and these folks did send in their totals, and I was interested to see these, especially around Raceland, Harahan, and River Ridge, where there were some heavy downpours. And thank you also to those of you in Booty, and someone in Kenner also reported much higher total than what was over at the airport, depending on what part of the city you were in. Our next few hours in New Orleans keep our temperatures about 80 or so. Overnight tonight, we'll talk about low temperatures, mainly in the 70s, kind of a humid, mild night, but not a lot of rain any longer. And tomorrow we will do it again with a similar setup. Models are showing maybe just very slightly less rain around, but I think it'll be similar to what we've had this weekend with some daily downpours, especially perhaps south of the lake. And in the meantime, we will heat up. Today, the high at the airport was 94, and at the lakefront, low 90s as well. Looking at our forecast as we head into tomorrow, so you can make your plans as you get into tonight. 10 p.m., nice and dry conditions. This would be Monday morning, 7 a.m., starting off quiet. And then as we get through the day, again, this is our high resolution model, and it's only coming up with a little bit of spotty rain. We'll see if that pans out, but really our setup as far as the atmosphere goes is almost the same tomorrow as what we've seen today and yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow afternoon by a couple of downpours. Then later in the week, we may have a slightly different setup. We'll have a surface high pressure area pumping in some Gulf moisture, so our moisture levels will be increasing. And we'll also have a broad area of low pressure dipping in from the north near us. So both of these things may enhance our rain chance a little bit, especially maybe Wednesday and Thursday into Friday. In the tropics, there is a new Invest area of investigation. It has a medium 40 to 50% chance of developing into a depression or tropical storm. This is Invest 95. No more likely to become a storm just because it's designated an Invest. It's just an area that looks like it might organize or could develop, at least has a chance of it. And so that's why it's designated an area of investigation. So the National Hurricane Center can start using forecast models on this area. So notice that the models do take it a long way out. This is really close to Africa at this point, so still a lot of time to talk about this, but it does take it eventually many days from now, over a week, toward the north end of the Caribbean Sea, perhaps. Still so much time here, but I did want to point out there's some dry air that it will be moving into and some wind shear, so we will see whether it survives. It does look like it will have a window where it has that medium chance of developing, but then it may enter an area with some more obstacles, so that may kind of hinder its development eventually. Needless to say, we'll track it for you, but it is way out there at this point. Our 7-day forecast is showing our temperatures continuing, no surprise for this point in August, in the low to maybe middle 90s, and maybe cutting back just a little bit by Thursday and Friday with those slightly higher rain chances. This coming weekend looks pretty standard for August, and thankfully no imminent threats as far as the tropics go to the Gulf of Mexico, so at least we have that going for us this week.